Hello, I'm Phoenix City Councilwoman Kate Gallego, and this is On the Go. We are at CenturyLink's facility in South Phoenix, about to talk about their new investments in high-speed broadband internet. If you have a small or medium-sized business in Phoenix, this is going to be great news for you, and part of our ongoing efforts to make sure that we have the infrastructure to support businesses growing quickly, which is a real passion for me as someone who worked in economic development before being elected to the Phoenix City Council. So we're very glad to have CenturyLink here and to introduce its leader, Ken. Thank you for being here with us.
Well, thank you very much, Councilwoman Gallego. My name's Ken McMahon. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Sales for the Mountain West region, which includes Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about your exciting investment in South Phoenix?
Absolutely. Well, first, we could have done this in a nice, quiet office, but I really wanted to bring you where the action is and where CenturyLink's made a significant investment in bringing 1 gig symmetrical speeds to the small businesses of South Phoenix. So, about over the past year, CenturyLink has made a significant investment for businesses bringing fiber further to the customer. And so now in South Phoenix, a small business that purchases 1 gig symmetrical service, we will actually bring fiber to their facility at no cost to the customer. This is really unique, and we're not seeing other competitors take these same type of actions. We are seeing, like ourselves at CenturyLink, taking fiber to the home at no cost to the customer, but we're not seeing it in the small business segment. So we're extremely excited that roughly 1,200 small businesses in South Phoenix can now get 1 gig symmetrical speeds.
Wonderful. And what does 1 gig look like?
Well, it's a great question. It's not just about accessing the internet faster. We're seeing a lot of small businesses want to offload some of the IT responsibilities that they have today, and they're putting those IT responsibilities into a managed service, managed by CenturyLink in the cloud. So as an example, small business may have 3 or 4 servers sitting in a closet, and those servers house all of their customer information and they manage all of their customer transactions. There's a significant amount of risk for that customer to have that type of asset in their own facility. So we're seeing them move those assets into a co-location data center, which, by the way, we also have one here in Phoenix, and protecting that data in a very secure environment in a data center like our I/O facility in Phoenix, Arizona. So in order to access that data, they need to have symmetrical data. So think about a small film producer. They may edit terabytes of data throughout the day. Well, they've got to have a gig speed in order to access that large quantity of data and edit filming live or on the spot.
Fabulous. And tell us why you picked this area.
Well, we obviously look for where we believe we can have the best impact and the most effective economic impact to Phoenix. And so we look at areas where we're seeing growth and we're seeing economic development, and we also have a high density of business customers that may be in need of the speed, because we know that there is absolutely a large gap in fiber availability to small business. So we want to reach as many small businesses as we possibly can.
And that's really exciting and very consistent with our strategy at the City of Phoenix. This area has a lot of our bioscience companies and our defense contractors. Some of the suppliers to the really big defense companies are here, and they're excited to be able to pick up the speed at which they'll be able to do business because they work with huge data sets.
Absolutely. And I think what's exciting about CenturyLink is we do business with almost all the Fortune 500 companies in the continental U.S. And we learn from their CIOs as to what their IT challenges are, and we're bringing that to the small business. So a small business with 10 employees can get the same type of security, the same type of reliability in the service, the same type of speed that we're providing to a Fortune 100 company.
And that's wonderful. We have a goal at the city to do 5,000 entrepreneurial businesses within 5 years, and we've identified this area as one of the areas where we really expect to see them grow. So the fact that you're bringing the infrastructure will help us achieve that goal.
Okay, we'd love to partner with you. We'd love to see you achieve that goal of bringing more businesses to South Phoenix.
Wonderful. How can those businesses find out if they have this high-speed available?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a dedicated website, www.centurylink.com/Phoenix, where they can enter a request to find out if fiber facilities are available for their specific business.
Wonderful. And this is also good news for us as the city of Phoenix. We are, I understand, one of your customers at the airport.
Absolutely. So actually in this CO, so some of the equipment that you see behind you actually serves not only the airport, but it also serves the FAA, the Federal Aviation Association, as well as 911 services for the South Phoenix market. So this is a critical facility for us, and we have a significant amount of fiber that comes into this facility, and with our most recent announcement, now we're taking fiber further to the customer.
Wonderful. So it's an investment that will matter for public safety, for our economic development engine, the airport, as well as for all small businesses.
Absolutely, you got it.
Excellent. Any other services that are available to our small businesses that we should make sure they know about?
As I stated earlier, cash is king for a small business, and in today's environment, a lot of small businesses are struggling on what should they spend their capital expenditures on. Should they buy a new server for their IT? Should they buy a new truck to deliver their goods? Should they buy a new phone system? And so CenturyLink's making it very easy for small businesses to migrate to a managed service environment. As an example, we have a suite of service called Managed Office. Today you could have a customer have an internet provider, a phone provider, an IT consultant, someone that manages their Wi-Fi, someone that manages their software, someone that manages their email. As you can see, they could have 6 potential partners. And they have 6 different invoices, and they have 6 different companies to call on for support or to help resolve issues if they have them. CenturyLink has combined all of that and removed the CapEx decision and turned it into an operating expense decision. So we can go to the customer and say, for $120 a month, as an example, you can have a phone, an IP phone, you can have the physical phone, you can have an email account, you can have hosted storage in the cloud, you can have Wi-Fi in your office, you can have a conference room or a conference phone for your conference room, all for one price per employee per month. So we are simplifying the IT environment for small businesses. And we can make that a full-blown solution end-to-end, or we can piecemeal that for the customer.
Wonderful. And that means they'll have more capital to invest in growing their businesses.
Exactly, because what we want companies to do in Phoenix is we want them to focus on their core competency to drive revenues and become a more efficient business. Let us worry about their IT needs.
Excellent. So they can create that hundreds of jobs that we're hoping that our entrepreneurial businesses
Absolutely.
will be creating. So we've been talking a lot about this will offer symmetrical speeds to our customers. Could we define exactly what that means?
Yeah, absolutely. So majority of the time you'll see internet speeds of being like 40 and 5, and that means 40 is the download speed and 5 is the upload speed. And so that means you can download information from the internet very quickly, like access web pages, but then uploading content into the web can take more time. So here's a prime example. We're seeing a lot of small business customers rely on over-the-top training. So in other words, they purchase training in the cloud and they're downloading that content back to train their employees. Then a lot of times they're also uploading a significant amount of content back, and they need those symmetrical speeds to ensure that they have good performance both on the download and the upload.
Wonderful. Yeah, our businesses have a lot to share, and so we're glad that they can both receive and transmit information at a great high speed. Well, thank you. This is so in line with our economic development strategy to bring high-wage jobs in areas like bioscience and even in data centers to our community. So we're glad to see that you've chosen to invest in Phoenix and District 8. Anything else we should tell our viewers?
No, just appreciate the partnership, Councilwoman Gallego.
Wonderful. Looking forward to growing Phoenix together.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet.